It's so great to welcome our friend Lin-Manuel Miranda back to GMA. From Hamilton to Moana and Encanto, he has created so many memorable and meaningful songs. We're going to hear more with the release of Mufasa, the Lion King. That is coming up. Welcome back. It's great to see you.
Thanks, George. Thanks, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Tell us about Mufasa.
Oh, man. I mean, I was so thrilled to be invited to work on this by Barry Jenkins, who I think is one of our great directors. And when I heard he was working on a Lion King movie, I was like, the cognitive dissonance was enough to get me really excited. And then he sent me the script, and I just fell in love with it. I could not have predicted the twists and turns of it, and so I was really happy to help him work on his first musical and write songs for this incredible world that, I mean, every time you lift up a baby, you quote the Lion King, right? Like, it's so part of our bloodstream, and so to write new songs for that was
when you see a script, what is it? Something different every single time that inspires you and gets you going?
Yeah, I think for this one it was like I could. And this is very rare for me, but I could just see where the songs went. I was like, oh, and the script was by Jeff Nathanson so great. I was just like, oh, that's a song. Oh, that's a song. Oh, that's a song. And that's very rare. Like, so it was really a lot of fun to put together.
When we think of Disney, ballads, there are some great ones. Elton John, "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" Celine Dion with "Beauty and the Beast." Tell us a little bit about the ballads from Mufasa.
Oh, sure. I mean, listen, that original 1994 soundtrack, it's like all bangers, no skips, and it's only 5 songs. Like, that's the crazy thing.
Really?
It's Circle of Life, Be Prepared, Just Can't Wait to Be King, Hakuna Matata, and Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Like, every single one of them is. So the fun of this was like, what are the songs you need to tell the story? And the ballads were really exciting because we actually haven't had a ballad in a Disney movie in a long time. It's been a minute. So I'm actually really proud. There's a ballad called I Know It's You. That is around the 3rd act of this movie, and I'm as proud of it as anything I've ever written.
Let's go ahead and take a look at a clip. Love watching you react to the music.
Well, I'm getting to see the fully rendered animation kind of for the first time right now. You see lots of previs and storyboards along the way. But yeah, that song is called "I Always Wanted a Brother," and I knew I was going to be okay when I caught my kids singing "I Always Wanted a Brother." I was like, all right, the beta testers like it.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Beyonce is reprising her role as Nala in the film as well, and I understand that you always wanted to write a song for her.
I mean, I think any songwriter alive wants to write a song for her.
What kind of song would that be like?
Well, I mean, it's funny because like I'm so close and yet so far. She doesn't actually sing in this movie. But as the kids say, I'm holding space. I'm holding space for that collaboration down the road.
Speaking of the kids, your kids I know this doesn't come out for a few weeks, but have your kids seen it yet?
Oh, they've seen every iteration of it. That's the wild thing about living in my house. By the time you all were hearing We Don't Talk About Bruno, my kids were sick of it because they'd been hearing it for 2 years during COVID in lockdown. So they hear every version. They hear Daddy screaming the lyrics from his office.
Feedback to Daddy? Do you ever incorporate their feedback?
Oh, 100%. 100%. And they're always right.
Will they say if something they think is off?
I can tell if I find them humming it without knowing I'm around, like then it goes like the quarter dropped and it's it. I'm onto something. I'm on the right track.
Wicked had a big weekend. Now I understand you were there when John Chu, the director, met Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo for the first time?
That was so crazy. So John M. Chu directed In the Heights, and I'm so proud of his work, and he's a really close friend. And I was in London for a night, and I knew he was in prep, so I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm in London for the night. Are you around? And he was like, I'm on my way to have like my first sit-down dinner with Cynthia and Ariana. Come with me. It was like he fully alphabeted me. Come with me. And I was like, oh, I couldn't possibly. Okay, all right, I'm going. And I got on the train with him. And yeah, I was at that dinner. And we actually still have a text thread from that dinner. It's called One Short Night in my phone. I was very lucky to just kind of be at the beginning of that journey for them. Like they were still just getting to know each other.
There was a crackling.
Yeah, already. And I mean, his work is so incredible on that movie. I'm so proud.
It's really good.
Proud of all of them. Yeah.
Can't stop thinking about it.
And we can't wait for Mufasa the Lion King. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
Mufasa the Lion King is in theaters on December 20th.